Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Houston Texans have ruled out Christian Kirk for Monday night's game against the Seattle Seahawks. Late night start if you live in Houston, 9 o'clock. Now, if you live on the East Coast and you're a Texans fan, or you just live on the East Coast and you're an NFL fan, I feel bad for you. If you really want to watch a Texans game, you got to watch it at 10 o'clock. Look, I think the game starting at 9, someone who can stay up late, I can deal with that. But I think staying up, which would be till 1:30 in the morning potentially, to watch that game if you're on the East Coast. That is painful. But the Texans have ruled out Christian Kirk for the game. Christian Kirk, I mean, we saw the best game we've seen from him. And, against the Ravens, 64 receiving yards, 4 receptions. And honestly, I thought he made one of the best catches we've seen from this Texans wide receiver group this year against the Ravens. Now, I think actually I'll give the best catch. I'll say that's the second best catch by a wide receiver for the Texans this year. Number one, let's go with that play that Nico Collins made on the second and 33, whatever that was. That was an amazing play. It was like a 45-yard gain for Nico on second and 33. But right after that, I think the next best catch for the Texans this year, and I'm not talking about like best catch, I'm talking about we're talking about big yardage for the Texans, like big yardage plays. And so those have been two of the biggest yardage plays for the Texans this year when it comes to, making plays like that. Christian Kirk's big play against the Ravens that he had, and, obviously the one that Nico had against the Titans. But, he's done solid in 3 games. He's got 109 receiving yards in 3 games, 2 starts. And that gain I'm talking about was a gain of 47 yards for the Houston Texans against the Ravens. And I think it was one of the best passes C.J. Stroud's thrown all year. But, yeah. And so, but it's tough that the Texans are going to be without him. But I think the good thing is that the fact that the Seahawks, secondary is banged up, very banged up. So I think that's an advantage for the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud still has talent around him. Their secondary's banged up really badly, and the Texans have Nico Collins. I think this is a game where I would circle Jaden Higgins as maybe a breakout game for Jaden Higgins. Now, yes, there were games the Texans played earlier in the year, correct, where the Texans, were without Christian Kirk, right? And I think Jaden Higgins is a lot more comfortable in this offense now in Week 7 compared to when he was in Week 1 and Week 2 of the season when Christian Kirk was out of the lineup. Keep in mind, Week 1 and Week 2, when there was no Christian Kirk, there were a couple other guys. Like Justin Watson was on the team, and he was a guy that was getting some playing time. Watson is on IR now. And Hutchinson is a guy that I think C.J. Stroud has a connection with. But I think this could be a week for Jaden Higgins to really step it up for this Houston Texans team. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on the injury for the Texans ruling out Christian Kirk in this game. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out, go Texans.